Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the last live of 2022 for Support BookTube. Can everybody see and hear me? Let me know. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning, Matthew. How are you doing? Hey, Books at Midnight. How are you? Good to see you. Autumn Rose, good to see you. You're new. You weren't here last week, right? Welcome. Matthew says, yep. All right. So tell me, how has this, oh, that's right. Autumn Rose, Nose in a Book. This is my first time watching your live chat. Perfect. So just to give you a little bit of background about this, this came about from that Support Small BookTube series that I do. And this is a forum that we do like twice a month, every other week. But this month it's crunch time. So we're not going to do it next Saturday or the following Saturday. So this is going to be the last one for the end of the year. But basically, if you have questions specific to BookTube, it could be anything from editing to equipment to titles, tags, anything like that. That's Watson barking, just so you know. And we're all here to help, be like a group think to help you out, if that makes sense. So if you have questions about algorithm, about anything like that, we're all here to help chime in and give support. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Books at Midnight. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been doing? Have you been doing your 12:30 a.m. sprints? I did my first sprint yesterday. It was kind of fun. All right. So let me know, how's everyone's week going? Are you ready for the holidays if you celebrate? What's happening in your lives? Let me know. Books at Midnight says, been doing well. So yeah, let's just check in, see what's up. Wait for some more people to show up, maybe. You saw my sprint thing afterwards. It was kind of boring. It's just me in front of the tree reading, but I had to get it done. I had extra time and I'm like, I need to try a sprint. So I had no idea what I was doing, but I gave it a go. I gave it a go for my first try. And it was fun. People actually did show up. Autumn says, oh boy, I probably have a million questions. I'm brand new baby YouTuber and learning everything as I go. Well, that's what I said. This is a great place to air your frustrations, to talk about ideas, to ask questions to the larger community. We have channels of all sizes that pop in here. Some are brand new, just like you. Some have a little bit of time under their belt, so they know, more specifically, how to answer some questions. So we're all here to help and have fun and then get a cup of coffee. That's why I was late. I had to make a cup of coffee. I've been running around like crazy this morning. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Thrills and Kills. Matthew says, been busy most of the week, holiday prep and constant snowfall. Been turning pages when I can. Yeah, I hear you. I'll tell you what, that sprint totally helped me. And it made me realize why I love sprinting when I first got into BookTube, because you're focused, you're dialed in, you've got blinders on to everything else, and you just want to get pages done. I read like 75 pages during that. It was wonderful. Mark says, all done with the shopping, but school doesn't finish till Thursday, but I think it will mostly be Christmas stuff, so that's okay. Yeah, that's cool. I have a sketchy schedule for the next 2 weeks, so like a lot of half days coming up. I have time to burn, and if I don't burn it, I'm going to lose it. So I got to burn it. But then my job is kind of intense. So, it's that end of the year crunch type thing I'm going through. And reading and BookTube all on top of it. Books at Midnight. I've had my computer tied up, so I haven't been able to post, but still reading and watching. Perfect. Books at Midnight, I was going to mention, you can add a bot to your Discord, so when you go live, everyone that chooses to can get notifications when you go live. But do people want that? I don't know. I don't like bugging people. Like, for me to do the everyone tag on Discord, it really needs to be important. Like, I'm just not going to everyone and bother people just for nothing. Like, it's got to really, mean something. So I don't want to bug people. That's all. Just hit the bell, hit the notification bell. Elvis says, well, I just subscribed. Autumn Rose, looking forward to checking your content. See, we're all here to have fun. KD Books, what is up? What is up? How are you? Good to see you. Lads. Books at midnight. The sprints almost feel like an accountability thing, whether people show up or not. So it's partly why I like doing them, the live streams. Yes, completely agree with you. Completely agree. Katie Books, is this your first time stopping in here? Let me know. Autumn Rose says, thank you, Book Time with Elvis. Autumn Rose is new to BookTube, everybody. Check out her channel if you'd like. Books at midnight. That's why they can choose to receive those notifications. Yeah. Hey, Nadeem, how are you? It's good to see you. I see you in YouTube and I see you on the gram, but it's good to see you here too. Brandy says, good morning, MJ and chat. You are a silent assassin. You're an assassin from the side. So what is happening? Let's all check in. Okay, so everybody knows why we do this thing on Saturdays. It's to support others, to answer questions, to hang out, to chit chat. We talk about books. We talk about coffee. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. And then we're here to answer BookTube questions specifically and come up with ideas or talk about, what's happening in the community tag-wise or anything like that. Autumn Rose, should I stick to a strict uploading schedule or post whenever I feel like it? Well, if you're just starting out, I'd say put out your feelers. If your channel's just starting out, you probably don't have a ton of analytics out there. Take a look at your analytics and see when people are watching your content, and go with that. I will say in last April, I nailed down a schedule for myself, and that was Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. So 3 days a week. I tell myself you must post. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to upload. And then if there's anything extra I want to put out, if I've got like some goofy challenge that I want to do or something like that, I will create a video and put it out there. So when you're first starting out, I say test the waters and see what type of response you get. And, later on, you may want to nail down a schedule because then it's almost like appointment watching. I know when certain booktubers are uploading and releasing new videos, new content, and it's something to look forward to kind of. So I get that subscriber experience. And when it doesn't happen, or, there's a time change or something like that, it's like, oh, there's no content now. So do you. Test the waters and see what works for you. And let's see what everybody else says. Books at midnight. Greetings. Hope all is well. Tweed and scarf on in hand. There you go. Matthew says, Autumn, just do whatever works for you. I typically try to upload twice a week, but life varies for all of us. Absolutely. And Autumn says, thank you. Yeah, so it really doesn't, it's just preference, really. I like a schedule in my life. I like to know when things are going to happen. So for me, those 3 days, those are my most important days. And everything else is just frosting. That's what I say. Frosting on the cake. Who doesn't like frosting? Is anyone changing their schedule for the holidays? Are you sticking to your uploads? Are you taking time off for the holidays? I did that last year. Because I did Vlogmas last year. So I did 25 days of just random off the cuff videos, including tea reviews and all that, which was great. But I told myself, man, when Christmas hits, between Christmas and New Year's, I need to take a break. And I did, but then I didn't. Like I made a New Year's Eve video. I made a channel update video. Like I just missed everyone. I can't help it. Sarah says, it definitely helps to batch film. Yesterday, I filmed 3 videos and we'll edit them this weekend and schedule to come out in the next week or so. Yeah, batch filming is the secret sauce to longevity, I think, on BookTube. So you don't get burned out. So you have, content waiting to go. I think that really is a part of the success of having a really quality BookTube channel is having that preparation. Read by Fred. Happy Saturday. What's going on? Kelly Hooked on Books. Hello, Kelly. I don't know if Watson's going to make an appearance. He's kind of roaming around. He might, though. Book Time with Elvis. Mark says, I've tried schedules and never managed to stick with them. Now just made videos when I can. Made 5 today and schedule the uploads. You made 5. That's a lot. Woo. If I do 3, that's a lot for me. Sarah says, I'm taking a break early January since I will be in Mexico. Yeah, you better vlog that. Vlog that for all of us that are freezing every place else. Idget! Sup, Idget? Hey, Mark, you Twain reading was heat. H-E-A-T. And what's up, Fred? What, Idget, you're not going to say hello to me? Come on, man. Storm reads, hi, how are you? Stormy, be proud of me. I tried my first sprint yesterday. And I kept saying, I'm like, I enjoy going to Storm's sprints so often because, you get so much reading done. I mentioned you a bunch of times because my first experience with sprints and BookTube was with you. So thanks for that. Autumn Rose, my biggest struggle is not knowing when my kids will cooperate and let me film in somewhat quiet. I've been trying my best to upload every weekend. Yeah. Film when you can. When you have the most available time, film a bunch. Like, for us ladies that like to mix it up a little bit, change your outfit, change your top, make it look like, you're putting extra work in or whatever. But if you can film a bunch of videos at one time, and then edit throughout the week and then, schedule the uploads, it's so much easier. It really, really is. And MJ too, I guess. Hello. I should mention I homeschool my kids. Are always home. Sometimes filming at night is the only way to get a video done. You do what works for you. That's what I say. Elvis says, thanks so much. Idget Reads and Rambles. Books at Midnight, read by Fred. I missed those post-style reads. Plans for any more? Yeah, they were good. Maybe May. Are they doing, is Horror Mayhem going to be a thing this year? Read by Fred is smiling. Autumn Rose says, good tip. Thanks, MJ. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to help people. That's the goal. Because the worst thing is when you find a brand new channel and for whatever reason, they give up and they take down their content because they can't seem to get whatever. Either they're not getting fulfilled, they're not reaching targets, they're not hitting goals. And the worst thing is a really, really great channel just taking down their content, calling it quits. So we try to avoid that here by helping others. That's the best thing. All right, Idget. Peace and groovy. Gotta go. Peace out. Mark says, have you got a cellar or attic? Haha. That'd be a fun channel. Books in the attic. My cellar is not a fun place to be. If you had a horror channel, I bet it would be divine. Storm, drinking coffee at Denny's while quiet and watching quietly. Well, cheers to the Denny's crowd. Did you get a Grand Slam? Do they still make that? I haven't been to Denny's since, God, probably college. But, that's what you did. Do they have Denny's in Europe? I don't think so. It's basically like diner food, but chained, like a chain, national chain. Okay, so how about YouTube news? Am I the only one that just caught on to this? But timestamps for comments during videos, has that been a thing or did I just notice it this week? I swore it was new. So if you leave a comment while you're watching a video and you hit the timestamp, it'll tell the creator what you're referencing in that video. Let me know. Did you even know that was a thing? Am I just late to the game on that one? I think I am. I feel like I was behind on that. I don't remember seeing a blurb about it. Okay. Autumn says, what type of videos are good for a newbie to put out at the end of the year? I've been watching YouTube for years, but there's so many different kinds of end of the year videos. You put out what you want to put out. That's the bottom line. You create the content that you want to create. End of the year tag is popular. New
Here's
Year's.
what I found.
Oh gosh. New Year's tag. New Year's. I think it's New Year's Day tag. New Year's tag is popular. How 2023 channel updates are always popular. So make sure that you have your newbie tag done. Lists have been going wild. Top 10 this, top 5 that, top 12 this, top 11 that. I said I was going to do a top 12 and a half to be contrary. Best books, worst books, wrap-ups, all of that. Your wrap-up. I try to be a little bit different with mine. So I put out a video yesterday. The books I love to hate in 2022, because there are a bunch that I really enjoyed reading. But they're not really my cup of tea, but there's something about them that just, pulled me back in. So I try to be a little bit different with it. So basically just do what you feel is natural and right for your channel. Books at Midnight says timestamp tool is new, but you've been able to add timestamps for a long time. Yeah, but I guess that little icon there is new. Yeah, they just made an easy way to do it. I picked up on it. Yeah, I didn't know either. And I'm like, wait a second. Because I remember seeing people in videos would comment, or people in comments would give me a timestamp and then, reference the section or whatever and say, that was so good, blah, blah, blah. Matthew says, top 10 you read this year. Even if you are new, you can still share what you loved over the past year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brandy says, I've considered doing bookish content channel for years, but two things make me apprehensive. I feel BookTube is kind of saturated and a bit of fear. So it's not saturated. I'll say that. There's room for everyone because everyone is unique. You have your own personality. You have your own style. You have your own aesthetic. You have your own taste in books. You have your own voice. So I would not say BookTube is saturated because you're not in it. Okay. If you have that ping, if you have that little urge, that little tap on the shoulder, that's like, this is a good idea. You need to do it. You need to listen to that and you need to do it. And everybody's fearful. Trust me, you are in with a room full of introverts right now, but this here is our superpower. So 2023. Make it a goal. Easy. Solved. Anthony, good morning. That's funny. I thought the same about BT saturation. Yeah. But it's not. It's not saturated because you're not in it. Okay. Everyone has something to contribute. Not everyone's channel is everyone's cup of tea. Okay. There are, God, the last time I looked, the BookTube, when I first started, the BookTube, #BookTube was like 8,000 different titles, accounts, whatever. Now it's up to like 15, 16,000. Like people are still joining, people are still creating. Some people, like I said, they start creating, find it's not their jam, and then they close down their channel. But there is room for everyone. 1,000%, there's room for everyone. The market is not saturated because you have a unique personality. You have a unique taste in books. You have a unique way of reviewing books, and YouTube meets that. Books at Midnight says, the BookTube saturated. I would say not quite, because it's your way to communicate and connect with the community. Yes. There are so many. BookTube is so huge, guys. Like what we have, what the algorithm gives us in our, as they say, little corner is so freaking small. It's so small. There are so many other thousands and thousands of BookTube accounts that we have never even encountered yet. So no, it's not saturated at all. I don't think so. Books at Midnight. I'm 100% fearful. Face on screen. Hee hee. Yeah, I was too. And then I just said, you know what? Screw it. I said, I don't care. And nobody cares. And that's great. I'm good with it. Brandy says, thanks, MJ. Sure. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So yeah, so if you are thinking of starting a channel, what better time than January 1st? You have 2 weeks to get everything planned. You have 2 weeks to figure out what your title for your channel is going to be, what you're going to cover. You already know what type of videos you're going to do because of what you watch on BookTube, right? You do what comes natural to you. Hey, William, what's going on? William says, I'm uploading a video for all of the books I read this year and sometime before Christmas Day. I might make it a live stream as the last video for the year. Yeah, why not? I'm losing the comments here. Autumn says, let's see if I can make my screen a little bigger. Don't get old, guys. Okay, says Brandy, I felt the same for years, but the other week I decided to film a bookshelf tour and upload it without overthinking it, and suddenly I'm a booktuber. Just jump in. Yes, exactly. Anthony says, I agree with your perspective, though. Maybe we just needed to hear it. Absolutely. It's just, if you get that pang, if you get that little, psst, hey, you might want to start a channel. It looks kind of fun. Do it. That's your calling, right? It is. I tell my husband all the time, this is the best freaking hobby I've ever had. This is my favorite hobby out of all the hobbies in the world that I've had. This is like my favorite one. And CrossFit is number 2 because I love that. But this is my favorite hobby because I get to do what I love. I get to meet the coolest people. I get to talk books all the time. It's just fantastic. It's fantastic. Brandy says, thanks for the encouragement, Autumn. Books at midnight. Yes, just start your channel. All you need is your phone, camera. You don't need fancy gear. Have fun. Yeah, I use my phone. That's it. I edit mom off my phone. I bought cheap software that I had to pay for once, and I don't have to ever do anything with it again. And you just go in and do it. And it's so funny. Like, I've been scrolling back on some of my favorite booktubers. Mark, you may have been one of them, and going back into old videos and just watching older content and to see how we as booktubers have grown over the past year or two. It's awesome. It's so good. Vintage Horror Library. Hi, John. How are you? Oh my God. I'm so sorry for being late. You're not late. You're right on time. Matthew says, hey, Vintage. Everybody, this is Vintage. This is John. He has a BookTube channel. He's gone through a number of rebrandings, and he is a young man. He's 14, and he is getting his BookTube channel off the ground. So we are here to show him support. I told him I'm his mama booktuber. Brandy Ann, doesn't get old, LOL. I thought that when I had a baby at 41, and lo and behold, my youth has been renewed. Yeah. Yep. My mom had me at 47. So I know what that feels like as her kid. And Novella, yes, we are cool. Yes, you are. And I've been loving your content so much lately. Truly, truly have been. Fred, this is a fun hobby. We get to interact with a lot of nice people, and it's easy. I just have to read and talk about what I read. Yes. I have to watch your latest video, the hobby one. I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Autumn Rose says, I thought I needed fancy equipment, so that was a huge reason I put off starting a channel. And I recently got my first iPhone, and it's been serving me well. Yeah. iPhone, cinematonic, cinema something. Use that. Go in front of an open window, put some light on you, and start talking. And when you talk, right, it's going to feel awkward because you're like talking to yourself and you really don't know who's out there. But once you start making friends on BookTube, like when I'm talking in my videos, I'm talking to my friends. I'm talking to the people in my community. I'm talking to Anne. I'm talking to Matthew from Man with a Book Who Reads. I'm talking to Fred. I'm talking to all these people that I know because I know that they know exactly what I'm talking about. They book reviews, top 10s, wrap-ups, whatever, and I know I'm talking to a community of like-minded people that are cool. And that's the best part about BookTube. BookTube really is like the secret sauce of YouTube, I think. We just have the best people. I haven't run into any like nasty, trolly people yet. I know they're out there, but I haven't had any yet. Thank God. Brandy says, I'm not going to lie. Being in this chat has me wanting to take the leap even more. Well, yeah, because we're here we're like your safety net, right? Look at you. We're here to catch you if you fall. You're fine. And the best thing is that when you start a new channel is that if you do the newbie tag, I'll probably call it out at some point in time, and you already have some friends here, like it turns into something. Like you start a channel thinking that you're just doing it for yourself, right? Because it's a hobby and it's something that you love and that you want to share with people. And then it turns into so much more. Like I can't explain it, like me doing this today meant a lot. Like I needed to squish this in my schedule because I'm not going to hang out with you guys for 2 weeks because of holiday chaos. And it really means a lot for me to like sit down, have a cup of coffee and talk BookTube. And if you told me that when I started my channel, that's what I would be doing, I would say, you are nuts. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not making friends here. I'm just going to make videos. Nope. You always make friends. William says, Ollie says you should try to create your own online identity. I hope my videos combine bird watching with books, and I also specialize in reviewing political thrillers. Yeah, I think your channel is true to you. I think that if you go back and look at your first videos to your videos now, I think there's a consistency. I really do. John says, I just write a short story about a guy obsessed with a girl and he breaks into her home and she has plans for him. I'm going to submit it to a magazine tomorrow, hopefully after I edit it. Okay. Well, that's fun. Good for you. Anne says, well, thank you. I love trying new things on my channel. It's working for you. Jess, good morning. Good morning, Jess. Thrills and Kills. I film on iPhone, upload raw clips to Google Drive, then I edit on my laptop and use CapCut free thumbnails or through Canva free. Yeah. Anthony, Micah made a video with some good tips on getting started. And since I've actually started to consider, that little voice that tells you to consider, that's the voice that says, okay, let's do it. But you have to make the decision to jump. You have to. If you don't jump, it's not going to happen because it's just going to be there and it's going to be floating around and bugging you for months on end. You have to make the decision and say, this is the day. And then you got to follow through with it. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. Like I tell people that are like, oh, you work out so much. How do people get started in CrossFit? You walk through the door. That's it. You just walk through the door. It's not hard. You walk through the door on BookTube and you do your first video. That awkward first video, though, they all are. And if they weren't, then they wouldn't be adorable a year from now. I filmed my video. You're supposed to film this way. I film my video this way. And like, it's just one of those things. It's like going back in a high school yearbook and looking at yourself when you were freshman compared to when you're a senior, It's just one of those things. Mark says, do it, Brandy. You won't regret it. Autumn says, my first comment on my first very video was someone trying to contact me off the platform and was very persistent and felt sketchy. But other than that, everyone has been nice. Yeah, there's a lot of creepy people out there that will get you on IG and it will say, oh, we can get your SEO, blah, blah, blah. We can get you monetized, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's all BS. Brandy, my goal is to have only ebooks for my collection. Do you think that this matters? Most have physical books. No. There's some people that are straight ebook. And that's because of convenience. That's because of time. I think that's a great idea. And I don't know if anybody else really focuses on that. So why not? All right, I just have a great idea. I'm going to give it to you. If you cover ebooks and you talk about all of the different places to get ebooks and all of the deals and, upcoming releases and, pros and cons and all that. People love content about devices. My Kobo versus Kindle is huge on my channel. Fred has one similar. I bet he gets great results with that too. You review your device, all of that. You can really you could really niche down your channel a little bit. I think it's fabulous. Anne says, you should have seen my nasty comment Micah had yesterday, and it was really meant to her. Oh, really? See, that's just wrong. Terrible. But you know what? Block. See you later. Thanks for interacting. I haven't had anything super nasty. I've had some rude ones, but I try not to, like, deep down inside, I just want to, like, bring out the arsenal and lay this person out and just clap back so hard. But the nice person in me says, don't do that. Just remove, block, bye-bye. Matthew says, well, the snow isn't going to shovel itself. Happy holidays and see you all next year. That sounds so sad. Matthew, that sounds so sad to see you next year. I'm sure I'll see you before in videos. But yeah, man, 2023. Wow. Okay, I'm behind in comments. Anthony says, good luck with that, Vintage. Vintage says, thank you, Anthony. Books at Midnight. You can even start by just making shorts to get your feet wet. Practice with that and then add from there. Yes. And shorts are connected to your long form content. Whether you have long form content now, long form means anything longer than a minute. It will connect those short viewers back to your long form. So it's a way to introduce yourself. It's a way to get things started. There are some great shorts out there. Fred is laughing. Brandy says, thanks, Midnight. Storm says, now's a great time to just jump in and do so many fun end of the year videos. I'm someone who finds new booktubers because of those, because I like watching them. Yeah. It really is a great time. To do that. And plus with people being off school, it's a great time to get subscribers and to get watch time. Yeah. Vincent says, there's creepy people with writing too. I've had Reddit DMs from people offering to edit my books. I just politely decline and leave them alone. Yes, exactly. That's what you need to do. You got to watch yourself, John. Man with a hat who reads, Fred is talking to. That was my first thing to do this morning. Shovel the snow. We had lodged yesterday and today. Later today, have to shovel the paths for the dogs. The storm that we had was just thumbs down. We have all the snow here in the mountains, but in town, they got rain like nothing. We didn't even, like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 inches. Like, there's still enough for Watson to play around in, but nothing substantial. I love a good dumper snow, like a good blizzard. Keep me in my house for 3 days. That's what I want. John, I don't mean to talk only about writing, but it's my main passion and hobby. I'm not the greatest, but I'm sort of like a modern day Richard Blayman, since he is literally me. Oh, John. You just made me laugh. He's so cringy, though. I could see where you're going. John, are you experimenting with AuthorTube as well? Do you know that there's AuthorTube? Is there an AuthorTube for teens? We write exactly the same sorts of stories, and it's sort of funny in a way. Yeah, I can see how that would be funny. Books at Midnight says, Brandy, and my bookshelf is sad. All my book reads are library loans. You'll be fine without physical books. Yeah, I'm reading a library loan right now. It's got to go back on Wednesday. So what? Who cares? Vintage Horror Library. I write super simplistic but very fun, fast-paced stories. Again, I'm sorry if I'm talking too much about writing. It's okay. You do you. Books at Midnight. Snow? What is that? Ugh. Autumn says, I'm in Maine and we just got hit with snow, but my hubby's taking care of it for me. I'm having an inside day, so hope to get a good amount of reading done. Yes. John says, just a quick question. I have about 5 videos to upload, but I'm too lazy. Any advice to get rid of my laziness and upload these videos? Just do it. If you want your channel to grow, if you want subscribers, if you want to build a community, you have to upload them. You have to. Your community will not grow with them laying on your C drive. Bottom line. Bottom line, you have to take action in order to get some type of a reaction. Okay? So get out of your laziness and do it. Okay? And that's your mama booktuber telling you that. Oh, William says, speaking of shorts, I noticed the videos I record horizontally don't count as shorts, even if it's less than a minute. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I know horizontal recording doesn't really line up with the shorts format. They really want you to do vertical. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they do it. We had 21 inches of snow yesterday and overnight. Wow. That's awesome. Well, for me, that's awesome. I love that. I was born during a snowstorm, so I just love it. John says, I want to experiment with AuthorTube. Yeah, I would go into looking at horror channels that also have AuthorTubes. You know, there's some that do both. And if you can find someone, channels that are, you know, meant for young adults, that's even better, you know, so you can connect with someone. But no, I think that's a great idea. And there's all kind of like, they do writing sprints. There's all kind of cool activities that AuthorTube does. Jess says, stay in your house for 3 days and read lots of books. Yes, that is just the best. That's the best. Books at midnight at Williams Library. Correct. Must be vertical. Yep. Hi, Creighton. How are you? Vintage. You can upload and schedule them for a specific date and time. I bulk film and do that. Yeah. John says, thank you for the advice. Books at midnight. We will perhaps get a handful of days where we touch freezing. I miss real winters. Yeah. I love them. You know, I like having 4 seasons for sure. Williams Library. I think I will join AuthorTube if I can master live stream so I can do writing productivity sprints. Yeah. Well, even joining in on writing productivity sprints helps a lot, you know, and then you can kind of see how they do it and then, you know, start your own live streams. Why not? I don't see anything wrong with that. Anthony says, yesterday was cool. Yesterday was cool on the reading sprint. I've only recently realized what that was, and now I join them when I see them. Yeah, because they're fun. Storm Reads has 1 or 2 during the week that she does with Cozy Mysteries, I think. So that's a good one. I think Wednesdays and Thursdays or Thursdays and Fridays, something like that. But yeah, a lot of people will just search the word sprint and pop on in. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Autumn says, there's NaNoWriMo, tons of young aspiring authors that participate. Yeah. What's the book that was allegedly written during NaNoWriMo? The Night Circus. Yeah. I am probably going to go now since I need sleep. Thank you all for the advice. Yeah, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning over there, right? Good night, John. Make sure you get your videos uploaded. Scatter them throughout. Get a schedule for yourself. Books at midnight to Anthony. I was doing them daily. Actually, that's the only thing I did with my channel. And that's how I found you, because it was so cool. Your sprints were great, but I can't stay up late. That's the only problem. NaNoWriMo merges BookTube and AuthorTube. Yep. Definitely does. What's the other thing that came out on YouTube today or this week? Let me see. Anthony says, nice. I'll check your channel out. I can do midnight reads on the weekend for sure. It's just so good because he has, or he or she, I don't even know Books at Midnight. You're just Books at Midnight to me. The desk with the book and then the clock and then some type of nice environmental scene with some rain or stream or something. Like, it's really well done. Jess says, I just uploaded a Christmas YouTube short, titled it Bookish Ornaments. Now I have 488 views on it. Yes, Perfect. And those 488 views, when you upload new content, are going to take a peek at your thumbnails too. So you may have future subscribers. Autumn says, I want to see the bookish ornaments. Well, go watch her short. Storm says, we do sprints on Monday and Thursday nights. There's about 4 of us. If you have YouTube friends, it's the best way, as then you're not on as, well, I can't read. If you have YouTube friends, it's the best way, as then you're not on your own. It's not as scary doing lives, right? Because you have somebody to talk to, somebody to bump off of. Yeah, definitely. Brandy says, shorts are being monetized in January or February. Yeah, but you need 10 million views in 90 days. 10 million views in 90 days. And watch time does not count on shorts. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Watch time for monetization does not count, which is ridiculous, but whatever. 10 million views, though, on shorts in order to get monetized. Please. Jess says that's true. Books at Midnight, when there was a new YouTube feature where it makes it easier to do group sessions, that seems to stand out. Not sure, though. Yes, it's on your phone. So you can go live with a friend. Yes, it is an option. The other thing that I wanted to mention was you're going to be able, if you do shorts, you're going to be able to pick your thumbnail. I think not for iOS yet, not for iPhone, but I think you can do it on your laptop, I think. But that's really good because some of the thumbnails that they pick for shorts are just horrid. They're just terrible. They're like the worst thing. So being able to pick your thumbnail for shorts, I think it's a good idea. Okay, I can't sleep, so I'm back. You got FOMO. Do you know what FOMO is? You didn't even try. John, you got to get your sleep. Autumn says, I want to make shorts, but have no idea how. Do you just do whatever? Yeah. And the dumbest things are really the best things that people like. For all of Christmas time, I'm just filming my dog and I'm doing like a vlogmas, like a dogmas thing. So it's just Watson doing whatever. But people have done nature scenes. People have done, there's a lot of TikTok. A lot of the ones on TikTok have been carried over to BookTube. There's one that I did, go to the book that you're reading, turn to page 115, and the first line of the second paragraph tells you about your personality, like stuff like that. But really, the dumbest stuff gets the best views. I don't know why. And the funniest stuff gets the best views too. Books at Midnight says, welcome back. Books at Midnight, I'm such a liar. I grant you permission to scold me for such a terrible thing. Nadim says to Autumn, NaNoWriMo is just great. I took part in many writing sprints. That's awesome. William says, have to attend to my friend's live stream. Don't want him talking to the void with no one to answer. Okay, William, we'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful holiday season if you celebrate it, and we'll see you next year. All right, so what else is happening on BookTube? Any specific questions, any trends that people are seeing? What questions do you have? Is everybody doing lists? Is everybody doing end of the year stuff? Bitter Almonds, how are you doing? Mr. Watson is a hit with me on the shorts. Yeah, people like him. The algorithm's weird, though. I have to title it differently or else it's not going to pick it up, but yesterday's was good. Books at Midnight says to William, take care. Happy holidays. Autumn says, I'm a closet aspiring writer. I started a project but chickened out. Maybe I'll participate eventually too. Yeah. Focus in on what you want to do. You can have a BookTube channel and another tube channel. People do that. So, but don't start one thing and then hop over to another. Stick with one thing at first. That's my advice. Because I'm the person that goes from I hop all over the place, and that's just me. Anthony says, I enjoy the Watson shorts too. Sometimes I think I'm aging myself with some of the music that I pick, but that's the music that I like. And he's so cute. He's probably getting into trouble downstairs. Books at midnight. I know there are sprints being set up for Christmas Eve and such New Year's Eve. Is this community doing any group reads? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I am. For Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. It is a really, I'll tell you what, that it's a wonderful idea for people that want that sense of community on those 2 days. You know, I wish I could do something like that, but I can't. There's no way that I could do it. I wish I could, but I can't. Because sometimes I'd much rather spend time with you guys. Watson is a good boy. He is a good boy when he wants to be. No, he is a good boy. He's bold though sometimes. Is he bold? He has his own little personality. He's a little boss. Yeah, but those are nice. You know, I always think about people that may not have other people in their lives, people that, you know, rely on BookTube to keep them company, to be their source of entertainment, to, you know, communicate with others, et cetera, et cetera. And I always want to be a part of that, you know. Creighton says to Autumn, don't throw away your writing projects. I released a book last year that I started 20 years ago. You never know when a good idea will come back to you. Absolutely. Autumn says, MJ, I'm sticking to BookTube. AuthorTube is very inspiring to watch, though. I need some of that ambition and confidence. Yeah. Go between both. Books at midnight. So you're planning recurring sprints now? I think so, but I don't know when. I don't know when. Like probably sometime that I'm off between the holidays. I'll probably like do a surprise, let's sprint. But I'd like to. Hey, Reading with a Vengeance. What's going on? Can't stay long. Just want to say hello. You're looking very festive. Love the red. Thank you very much. Wanted to match my lips with my sweater today. Thanks for stopping by. Jess says dogs have different personalities. They are like humans. Yes, and they make humans better people for sure. But yeah, Books at midnight. I'm still interested in teaming up with you. I just don't know how, you know, to do like a sprint. I don't know. But yeah, I think sprints are wonderful for focused in reading. And with this whole read what you own challenge that I'm doing, and with the new get off your phone challenge, I think the sprints could be really beneficial to that. Books at midnight to Anthony. I've been able to live stream I haven't been able to live stream recently, but we'll go back to it as soon as possible. Yeah, and if you can go back to watch his old content, that would be great. The saw is the law. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Blocked. I guess when you have to block people on your live stream, that's a good sign. All right, where were we? Books at midnight. What's a good time for you? Stupid o'clock in the morning. That's a good time for me. No, I don't know. Probably on the weekends in the afternoons. But I can't. Like I literally fall asleep at 8:30, so I can't do late nights, unfortunately. Nadim says that's great. Fred says, lots of catching up on reading this holiday season. I still have to pick up some Baileys for the holidays. Over the Christmas holiday, we enjoy it with our coffee. Eggnog is good too. I got eggnog right now. And I also found, I was out shopping and I found an eggnog that has liquor. Well, it's made with liquor and it's called Old Santy. And you put a little Old Santy in your coffee at night for a little nightcap. It's wonderful. Yeah, Bailey's is good too. I subscribe to your channel, Bam, so I'll get a notification if you do. Oh, come on. I really don't get people that want to just come up here and like cause chaos, really. And we're just blocking them again. Okay. All right, Storm, gotta go. Guess I should pay attention to those sitting at my table here at Denny's. LOL, bye. All right, Storm, take care. It was good to see you. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Like the bots I get, but when it gets personal, that's a little oogie for me. Ugh. Gotta love the internet trolls. I know, but like, come on. Yeah, bitter almonds. Come on, get my back. At least you have a better channel name now. It's ridiculous. Oh, guys, I don't know. All right, so what other questions do we have? I don't know how many other people how many times that person I have to block. Jesus H. Whoa. All right, let's talk something fun. Let's talk something good. Right? My gosh. It's BookTube, people. Hey, but thanks for, contributing to the comments as well as to the amount of people that are coming in. I'm looking forward to all the holiday content. Try to share shorts. Yeah. Thank you, Brandy. Anthony says, what's everyone reading? I'm still on that Other Birds, Sarah Addison Allen book. I'm enjoying it. I'm hopefully going to wrap it up this weekend. Really? It is insane. And do I have to block you again? Okay. So I'm reading that. And you know what I'm reading right now, which is actually really cool? Elvira. Remember Elvira, the TV personality? She used to host horror movies in like the late 70s, early 80s, 90s, all that. She put out an autobiography. It's fantastic. I am having such a blast reading this book. Like it is just so good. I absolutely I thought it was just going to be an autobiography. It is so much more. This woman has lived a life and it's just amazing. And she's 70 now, I think, and I'm doing the audiobook in my vehicle and she's reading it and it's 11 hours long. Like she goes from her whole life. Elvis is in here. Like there's such crazy stories. It's wonderful. So I'm really enjoying that audiobook right now too. Jess says, what's everyone reading this week too? Anthony says, I'm reading historical fiction. Sharon K. Penman is the queen of medieval history. That sounds lovely. Oh my God. Anthony, it is such a good book. She started out as a Vegas showgirl and she has all of these interactions with all of these famous celebrities. And she made out with Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. Like it's good. It is good. It's well done. I'm really, really enjoying it. She wasn't just a host on TV. Oh, Read by Fred said, I still have to finish Immune and Dracula in December. I put them down and haven't picked them up in a while. Yeah, I never finished Dracula. I'm like, that'll be a pickup again later at some point. Like, I'm just not even dealing with it. Pandit says, I'm reading Agatha Christie. Wonderful. Jess says, I'm currently reading Stay Out of New Orleans by P. Curran. Great book. Yes, it is so good. It's really, really good. Books at midnight. Likewise, I still have some books I picked up in October I didn't finish, so I'm doing some of that along with some typical seasonal stuff. Yes. Autumn Rose says, I just made. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Bye bye. Just made a bit of a funny video, bedtime chat. It's literally at night, and my lighting is my book light. I'm not sure if it came across as weird. So maybe someone can check it and tell me. Oh, okay. Literally at night, and my lighting is. Okay. Nadim says, currently reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I love that book. I love that book. I thought it was so cute. Just as my sister and I listened to the Elvira book last year, audiobook, good book. Yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Autumn Rose. I'm rereading It Ends With Us and The War of Two Queens and Emily Bronte poetry. I can never stick to one book. Me neither. Anthony, I will look that up. I'm intrigued. It's really good. Books at Midnight, video ideas. I'm enjoying bookish gift recommendations, especially the atypical gift ideas. MJ, you should read Stay Out of New Orleans. Yeah, maybe. Books at Midnight. If able, leave a link in Discord. I'll take a look. Yeah, feel free to. John, I'm telling you right now, if that was you, watch yourself. If that was you. I'm not playing. Okay? Not playing around. I'm not playing with that, John. Okay? It's not cool. Autumn Rose, I'm not sure how to do that. I'm such a noob with all things social media. Anthony, who in here is a Stephen King fan? I'm getting Fairy Tale for Christmas. So I got that one up on deck. I will tell you what. I've never read a full Stephen King book. Never. And I don't really have an interest. I have his short story collection, but I've never read Stephen King. How about it? Okay, I kind of don't believe you. So I'm just letting you know that if it happens again, I'm putting you in a timeout. I'm not playing. Okay. I'm the nicest person in the world, but no one is going to come in here and disrupt this awesome community that I have. Okay. And if that was intentional, it's not cool. All right. This is the face you don't want to see. Sorry for the typos, LOL. No, completely understandable. Trust me, I do typos as well. All right. So sorry for that little interlude, but I need to make my point across. So far, I've not read Stephen King, but want to in the future. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. Like, I know actually, take it back. I have his audiobook of On Writing. I have that. But I've never sat down to read like a big chunk of Stephen King fiction. Never did. Books at Midnight. I found your channel, subscribed, so I will look for the video. Yay. The Running Man was a good Stephen King book. Did they make a TV movie out of that? Am I thinking of that? Anthony says, MJ, your serious side is intimidating. Dude, I do not like to open that door, but it has to get opened for a number of reasons. And if I have to open it up on BookTube, I will. I protect my people. Stephen King is the rock star of horror books. Yeah, you know? Books at Midnight. I wish chat made it easy to click on a person and was easily access their channel. I wish chat made it easy to. Yes, I wish too. I wish you could just click on the person and go to their channel. That would be fantastic. John, I'm just not going to engage with you because you were gone when all that happened. So there's that. Okay. Yeah. So if that was you, don't let it happen again. Final warning. Okay. Anthony. Yep. Running Man was great. The Long Walk was good too. The Raft is a really good short story. John says The Running Man was my first and it's really good. Anthony. Yes. Running Man is okay. All right. I didn't see it, but I hear the book is better. I'm sure the book is better, but I heard that title and I'm like, was that a movie? Was that like a TV movie? Autumn says, I'm a Mainer and have never read Stephen King. I read a whole collection of his original hardcovers that someone gave me and I sold them. I'm not much of a horror reader. You know, it's just, there's different levels of horror. You know, I think Stephen King is just the one that is consumed most easily by the general public, you know, but I never really, no, you didn't. I saw Stephen King pulled over on the side of the road once, though. That's funny. Oh, yeah, that's right. Is it Derry, Maine? Is that where he's from? Is that it? Just Book Girl TV. I've not read any works of Stephen King. From which book should I start? Yeah, he's not on my, like, oh my God, I have to read him list. He's just not. And I don't know why. It just doesn't call to me, you know? I'm having more fun reading Richard Lehman right now. No joke. All right. So yeah, not much YouTube news coming out with like what features are new and anything like that. The shorts thumbnail, the little timestamp in the comment I noticed was new, but that was about it. I'm sure in the new year there's going to be so many more updates. All right. So any changes that people are going to be doing, anything different that people are going to be doing with their channel? John says he suggests Misery. He said that's the best one I've read so far. Anthony says that's the great thing about King. After the 80s, he branched out of horror and writes all genre. But yeah, I know not for everyone. Autumn says, I love the Stephen King movies, though. She said, you must read Misery. Are there any YouTube channels that everyone here, have seen that really stand out? Yes. Yeah. And if you ask me to name them right now, I can't. But I do subscribe to them. There's quite a few. And I think the ones that stand out to me, just YouTube or BookTube? Fred says, for 2023, I'm going to focus on classic works, Wells, Orwell, Verne. I'm trying to branch out from nonfiction. Yeah. BookTube. Yeah, there's a few. Mostly some of the newer ones that I see. I don't really know what the magical formula is. I don't know if it's because they have a little bit of a vlog in there and the BookTube element. But there's a few different channels that, caught my attention and I subscribe to. Fred says, I enjoy watching It Came From the Page. His channel content is enjoyable and he makes me laugh every single time. Every single time. I love Andrew's channel. It's fantastic. Autumn says, I started a TBR challenge called 30 by 30, where I'll be trying to get my TBR down to 30 by the time I turn 30. If anyone's doing something similar, I'd love to follow along. I saw some. Did you mention that to me the other day? Did you do a video on that? It sounds familiar. Did you do a short on it? It sounds really, really familiar. Yes. Juan's channel is crazy good. Plagued by Visions is an outstanding for stick-on horror and disturbing books. Yes, it's really, really good. John, it's over. Let it go. I'm going to put you in a timeout. If you just don't even talk about it anymore. I'm not entertaining it. Bitter Almonds. Sunny Reads is very high energy. I like her content. Anthony says, I'm also planning on classics. I've watched a lot of channels recently highlighting classics, and I want to get into Dickens, Jules Verne, and The Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah, they sound good. Originally, when I started my channel, I was going to do one classic a month. That kind of went out the window. Well, I kind of went out the window. Kind of. I still like a good classic here and there. LOL. Sorry, Autumn. I can't do that when I'm about 20 years too old to that. Yeah. Agreed. I also like Criminale. Who doesn't like Ollie? Books at midnight. I'm trying to get into fantasy. I'm mostly reading classics. Yeah. I like lighter fantasy type books too that have that urban fantasy type edge to it that's just not all magical. It's like real life, and then there's like some magical element that pops up. What is the one genre? Here's a great question. What's the one genre that people just don't read, won't read, don't want to read? Autumn says, go check her out. Sorry for typos. John says, Cameron Chaney does fantastic vintage horror paperback hauls that I adore. Good. His collection is my dream. I love Greg. Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. His basement is where I want to like be snowed in for like 5 days. It's wonderful. Really? Sci-fi? You just can't get down with sci-fi? Bitter Almond says biographies and autobiographies. Really? No? Okay. I respect that. Hey, everybody's got their thing. It has to be the right biography or autobiography. I'm just not going to read anyone's, like Elvira. It's good. Like I'm enjoying that. Debbie Harry, I have on my shelf over here somewhere. Got to get to that. But like, I'm not going to read like a biography about Nixon. Sorry, it's just not my thing. Books at Midnight to Anthony says there is a channel that is doing all of the Charles Dickens over the next 2 years. They do all of the classics. John says, I can't stand fantasy or romance. Fred said, I won't read romance and apparently Westerns. What if you blend the two? You don't like Westerns? Didn't you do something for June on the Range? Really? I'm going to tackle, I already made a commitment. I'm doing Lonesome Dove for June on the Range. If it takes me the whole month to read that book, I'm going to do it. They all said it's great. Anthony says, I guess romance. I don't bother with outside of that. I'm open to all. Even Westerns can be fun. Yes, I do love a good Western. I like a good long arm book too. I'm still reading those. It's a little sexy Western. It's cowboy trash. That's what I call it. Fantasy is difficult and I can't read romance because I am a man and bullies are not fun. I've had my own experience with them. Okay. Bitter Almonds. I love Elvira and Blondie too. See, that's why we get along. Jess, I am with you 1,000%. If anyone was going to tell me, pick one genre that you never want to read it again for the rest of your life, historical fiction. Nope. Don't want it. Don't need it. Nothing. No, thank you. No, thank you. Fred said, I did read Westerns for June on the Range. That's how I found out I don't like Westerns. Did you read Shane? Shane is like an amazing Western. Like that was my first and the best. Pandit says, I did take part in Ecofiction. I'm doing that too. Ecofiction 23 by Jason Harrigan, where we read Umberto Eco. As I was reading about Umberto Eco, I came across a concept called anti-library, which means buy as much books as possible. Wow. Anthony says, Lonesome Dove, I've been wanting to read that. I got a nice clean edition on paperback. Let's do a buddy read. It's going to be in June. Pencil me in your date book. I might make it a channel, group read over at my channel. But it's definitely going to be for June on the Range. And this sucker's thick. Like, whoa, it's a chunk. I found a great copy. I have it downstairs. I don't have it up here. Let the TBR grow. Oh, I can't stand a TBR. Let's see. Nose in a book. I think you missed my comment. Jules reads her shelf with only a couple of subscribers who is reading through her TBR. She's so sweet. Let's give her more love. I'm going to write her name down now. And I'll put her in my video for tomorrow. How's that? Jules reads her shelf. I don't think I commented on. I don't think I highlighted her before. Jules reads. I might have, though. And you know how I go back and look because I have so many episodes with so many different people on it? I have a draft document that has all of the episodes with all of the channels, and I just go into search and I type in the name. And if it pops up, then I know I covered them once before. Pandit says, my no is romance. Yeah, I got to take it in small doses. I'm just not that reader. My mom, whew, man, she used to go to like the I guess you would call it, they called it book swap. And basically it was a bookstore, and you would take in books, they would buy your books, and then you could swap them out for other books there. It was a fantastic concept. But she would get a box of Harlequin romances. And I tell you not, she would read an entire box of Harlequin romances, like put 4 shoe boxes together, and that's how big this size was. She would read them all in a week and go back. Like insane. She would eat them like potato chips. Books at Midnight. Funny, interesting hearing everyone's likes to dislikes, and yet we're a good community. Yeah, because we respect each other. And it's okay to have differences. That's what makes this interesting. If all of you all were into horror and sci-fi and paranormal stuff, like, I don't know, we might get bored with each other. But we're not, because we're so different. It makes us just this cool little BookTube melting pot. Anthony says, sure, count me in. All right, pencil it in. John says, I haven't been reading at all this month. Do you have any advice? Whatever you're doing instead of reading, stop doing it and read. Books at Midnight. I don't have a TBR. I just have a very long bucket list that is constantly evolving, and I just mood read off of it. Yes, mood reading for life. I actually got a sweatshirt when I was away shopping, and it says moody. I think I'm going to do a video about why being a mood reader is just fantastic, because I think a lot of people, maybe the TBR community, I don't know, but they kind of poo-poo us little mood readers. I don't know why. We've got better snacks. Fred says, I agree. Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads has a great library background. I enjoy his videos too. Great channel. It's huge, and he keeps building onto it. It's freaking amazing, amazing, amazing. Julie. Did I say Julie or was it Jules? No, I wrote Julie. Okay. Books at Midnight. By the way, thanks to everyone for mentioning the channels you like. I was able to find them and subbed. Yeah, we're all here to make friends. John says, there is a band I like, and I didn't like their last album. They hated me so much. I am glad we have a good community here. Well, yeah, and we want to keep it that way. Okay. Bitter Almonds. I don't know if I've ever read a romance novel. Really? Like ever? Oh my God, do you hear that? The sirens are coming through my neighborhood. Santa's coming around. Am I on the naughty list or the good list? Am I on the nice list or the naughty list? Santa's coming around. Romance is my yes. Horror is a nope for me. Not crazy about sci-fi either. I'm open to trying a little of everything though. Yeah. There's certain books out there that just have a flavor of sci-fi or a flavor of horror that are just fantastic. That are just really, really fantastic, like entry level. Like maybe I'll do a video on that in the new year, like entry level books for sci-fi, entry level books for horror, just to get a sense of what that genre holds. You know, not full on, you know, just little peppering of it. That's what I love. Autumn says, fellow mood reader here. Yes, mood readers unite. Anthony says, I'm heading out, MJ, heading over to Philly to check out Christmas Village and to wrap up some Christmas shopping. Had a blast chatting. Anthony, awesome to talk to you. You're closer to me now than you were before. I'm 2 hours away from Philly. Have a good time. MJ, I'm a new sub, so not 100% familiar. What genres are you into? I love fiction, complete fiction. I'm a fiction person, but it has like Elvira. I'm going to read Elvira. I like classics. I like sci-fi. I like horror. I like some contemporary fiction. I like whatever book of the month that I have to get to. I kind of have a wide range, but I definitely know what I don't like. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of crime books. I'm not a big fan of historical fiction. Um, Nonfiction, I do like some nonfiction here and there, but my my goal is fiction. I just want to get lost in a good story. Autumn says we have better snacks. Yes, we have better snacks as mood readers. 1000%. Jim, 13 watching, only 5 likes. Smash the like button. What did I miss? Yeah, everybody hit that like button. Oh, we had a lot of talks about you. No, no, we've just been talking. Right now we're talking about genres that we like and that we don't like. We had some BookTube questions before. What else? We talked about how there's a new button feature for leaving a specific comment with a timestamp in YouTube. That's awesome. We also talked about how Shorts is going to allow you to make a custom thumbnail for your short. That's basically it. Yeah, we talked about some Westerns, June on the Range. I think that covered everything, right, guys? All right, Anthony, say bye. Cat Dancers, Kaleidoscope, and Book Some Stuff. Reading Project Hail Mary right now. It's so good. It is so good. I thoroughly enjoyed that book when we read it. I loved it. Even the little sidekick, I loved. And I'm not a fan of things that are like that. But yeah, completely love that. I just read your bio. LOL. I'm slow. Haha. I think I have it all in there, don't I? I think so. John says this community is really nice when it wants to be. I used to get hate, but I don't get too much now. Well, there's no reason to hate. So you're fine. Okay. As long as you're cool, you're fine. That's my main fear for BookTube. Just be cool, John. Be yourself and you'll be good. Cat Dancer, hi, all. Made it here at the end. You should did. Brandy says, I like thriller and mystery most. Not sure I ever read horror. I'm sure maybe you had little bits of horror mixed in with thriller. They're not that they go hand in hand, but they kind of do a little bit, maybe. Scary stuff. Bitter Almond says, always. Agnes is here. Hi, Agnes. How are you? Good to see you. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. John says, David Baldacci is my favorite thriller author, with my dad being his binge read like tens of his books in a row. They're all over 500 pages. Yeah, Baldacci is pretty popular. Fred says, the plow just passed, which means I'm out shoveling again. This was great. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Fred, thank you so much for stopping by. It was great seeing you. Jim says, crime and historical fiction are my comfort genres. If I have a reading slump, I'm currently reading one sci-fi and one horror. Romance is the only genre I don't get on with unless it's Jane Austen. Oh my God. You guys, Sam. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Sorry. I was just reading the comments. Oh, Santa came by. That was so much fun. Okay, read by Fred. Sorry to hear. I hear the mowers outside. Our trees are now just starting to change color and dropping leaves, still cutting grass. Sound is off. I know. I got it. Oh no, we lost your mic, but we see Santa. Okay, that's okay. It was just the sirens were going and then they kind of have music blasting. It's a lot of fun. Did you order the firefighters every year? Every year I order them. Snow. Mic check. I know. I disconnected it. It's okay. Just put sirens in your head. That's all it sounded like. I've never read 2 or more books simultaneously. Why not? Do you watch 2 or more shows simultaneously? So if you're watching an episode of Friends and then you put on an episode of, I don't know, what do people watch? Something else, right? It's the same concept. You have to compartmentalize it. That's all. No sound. I know. Okay, now. It's okay now. I know. We're back. We're all back. Okay. It was Santa. I know him. I never looked at it that way. Yeah. Like I think the most I've ever done, I do 1 audiobook. I have 2 rotating books going at the same time. And it's just like watching television. I don't watch television anymore. Like it's rare for me to sit down and actually watch an episode of something because I just find TV to be a drag. I'm not even like, well, maybe like a reality show I'll watch. I think I watched something on Netflix with the hubs. But I'm not sitting down watching episodes of things. I watch BookTube and I read. That's basically what I do. And when I'm reading more than 1 book at a time, I kind of use it like that. Like, okay, I have 2 episodes going on, 3 episodes going on, something like that. Brandy, you laugh at me. I have tons of books I'm in the middle of. Yeah. Jim says, I used to read 1 book at a time before BookTube. Now it's usually 3 books. Yeah, 100%. I don't know that life. Brandy says, midnight. I couldn't do. Autumn says, I read 10 books simultaneously sometimes. Yeah. Agnes says, I read 6 at a time. Has anyone watched Firefly Lane based on Kirsten Hanna's books? No, I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, though. I'm just not a TV person, just not. Not my deal. Where are we at? Oh, it's almost 10:30. Okay. This was a lot of fun. Pandit says the problem with TV is that every channel has their own agenda. Nobody interested in truth. Yeah. I literally, I stopped watching the news. I was so invested on what was going on over in the Ukraine and I was so frustrated. And I just, it was sucking life out of me. And I kind of had to just step away from it all, and just focus on me and get joy from what I love. I hate that the news is always focusing on negative stuff, like I like the good. Show me more good. That's what I need in my life. Books at midnight. Yeah, likewise, not knocking anyone, but zero TV now, either reading or active. I could get rid of TV, although I've been wanting to watch holiday movies. Yeah, like that's different, It's just like the shows that are on television, like the sitcoms and stuff like that. I just don't watch them. I don't. The end of the year is coming up, so I'll be looking at my reading over the year. Yeah. Jess says, I watched a few episodes and it's so good. Good, I'm glad. So with that, is anyone watching any holiday movies? I just said to my husband this morning, I've never seen a Hallmark holiday movie. I've never sat down to watch one, ever. Ever. And I'm okay with it. I love It's a Wonderful Life. I love Elf. I haven't seen Miracle on 34th Street in a long time. I've never seen Die Hard. They say that's a Christmas movie. But yeah, there's certain ones that'll come out and I'll be like, oh, I gotta watch that. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. Cat Dancers is 100%. I love Christmas Vacation and all the other National Lampoon's Vacation movies. Yeah, those are fun too. Jim says he's never watched Home Alone. It's all right. You know, if you know what the premise is already by the title. It's all right. I have a serial of shows I've been wanting to watch, but I've been prioritizing reading. I will be making time for Love Actually in the holidays soon. I've never seen either or. I've never seen Love Actually. Never. I should though. Isn't it like the 30-year anniversary of it or something like that? Like I should get around to watching it. It's a Wonderful Life is so good. God, it's such a good movie. It is just so good. Like I used to, it used to be on at a certain time. And I would always make cookies while I'm watching it because the commercials that they would put in between were just so long. It is just such a great movie. Like it really is. Like I wonder if when they were making that movie, if they knew exactly how great it was going to be. TV show, not serial show. Oops, that's okay. I knew what you were talking about. Yeah, and I don't read holiday themed books. I know there's a specific group of books that come out every single year that people gravitate to, like little cozy mysteries and all that. I've never read like a holiday book like that. Like I've read Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's about as far as holiday that I go. But does anybody read those? Books at Midnight. I get a kick seeing video shorts of your everyone here typical holiday traditions. Yeah. Jim says romance isn't my jam, but I do like Bridget Jones's Diary. I like that too. That was a fun movie. I read the first book and I thought it was really interesting. Jess says romance isn't for everyone. Correct. I got the picture book of It's a Wonderful Life for my kids this Christmas. Oh, that's so great. I love it. Love it. George Bailey, right? Yeah. So good. Agnes says, I read some of the cozy mysteries. You have to look hard for the good ones, though, I'm sure. Because they all kind of come out around the same time and all of the different titles that they get and the fun little pictures and all that. You know how they go? The only Christmas books I've ever read is A Christmas Carol too, MJ. Yep. And I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's just, I don't know. Just not my cup of tea, I guess. Just not my cup of tea. Well, this was great, everyone. We've been here for 90 minutes, which is awesome for me. You know, it's great chatting with y'all. So does anybody have any specific questions or anything else that they want to talk about before we say goodbye to each other? This was a lot of fun this time, even with the little interruptions going on. I really have to like hunker down and get what I have to get done before the holiday. I gotta make a list. I gotta make lists today, people. I love Mary Stewart's cozy mysteries like Thornyhold. That sounds good. Pandit says, I used to watch a lot of movies after picking reading recently. I'm restraining myself from watching as I find easier and passive than reading a book. I think reading a book need more focus and power. Yeah, I would agree. You kind of, when you're watching a movie or TV, you kind of just sit back, but you have to have attention when you're reading it. Definitely. John, we didn't know you were gone. Sorry. Books at midnight. Those interruptions just mean you're growing. I don't know. Vintage said, tried to sleep again, but couldn't. Well, you should get some sleep. You're still a young man. You need to grow. Books at midnight. Likewise, Liz, I'm doing that immediately after we get done here. Yeah, I actually, no joke, I went to the market this morning. The groceries are still in my car. I have to take them out. I ran in here to do this live because you guys are important to me. I'm not going to miss out. All right, everyone. I think we're going to wrap it up. I got some things to do. I'm sure you all do too. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing in this last live with me. I look forward to catching up with you after the holidays. We're still going to have content flowing, but it'll be great to reconnect with everyone during the next BookTube support group live, and that's going to be Saturday, January 7th. So I will see you all then. Bye, John. Thanks for the sub. I do plan on getting started live stream soon. Okay, bye. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Have a great Christmas. Anyone else doing dishes while listening to the chat? Just me? Cool. No, but I have done that to other chats. Bitter says later, Gators. Books at Midnight. Happy holidays, everyone. We'll be in touch via Discord, but still. Okay. Bye, Nadine. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. It was wonderful seeing you. And I wish you and your families to have a wonderful holiday season. And if you don't have a lot of family members, then just remember to take care of yourself, okay? And you will be just fine. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for being awesome, MJ. Well, thank you for being awesome. I appreciate that. All right, everyone. So until next time, goodbye for now. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you in 2023.